Okay, Funyun time.
It's time for Funyuns.
We sent everybody Funyuns, and now we're going to do something with the responses.
I can't say I'm particularly in the mood to eat Funyuns for dinner, but we have to do it. And I do love Funyuns.
I have, like, in a folder a bunch of images people have sent us in various ways on the internet, as well as also, like, a note with some, like, notes that we've been sent about food that they made. It's very disorganized. So, first of all, there was Brent and Stephanie, who made Funyun-encrusted mozzarella sticks.
Yes, my brother and his girlfriend.
Which looked really good.
They turned out pretty well.
Looked
they made
great.
onion rings, too. And they spelled out no cat of Funyun.
That was somebody else, I think. And here's a video somebody sent of them tenderizing some Funyuns.
Okay, so they crushed the Funyuns with a meat tenderizer. Also known as a food hammer.
A food hammer.
Why am I doing this?
Sorry to everybody. I wish I had better, like, written down who did what.
What is this? What am I looking at?
You might be I think you're looking at Funyuns a la King. So
okay.
That's from, I believe, Kevin Broadbent, who says, "Hey guys, my Funyun dish submission. Have you ever heard of chicken a la King? It's a milk-based sauce with peas, mushrooms, pimentos, and chicken served over biscuits or toast. I call this chicken a la funkying. Actually enjoyable. Bon appetit. As usual, the show rules. These last couple of episodes have been great. Blah, blah, blah."
Interesting. We have...
Oh, from Ashura, we have the tonkatsu with Funyuns. Now that's...
Oh. I mean, that's just going to be good.
Yeah, that seems like a great idea.
So this, what we're looking at is tonkatsu fried chicken with just Funyuns on top of it as a garnish.
And it looks really... I think there's rice underneath that, too.
Yeah, I can imagine how they'd go with it, and it would be very tasty.
That I would enjoy a lot. Fred Webster sent cheese and Funyun pizza. You guys asked for it. I made a video of how I did this abomination. Also, my cat at the end is named Tifa, and it's a YouTube video. And he's... this is nicely edited. He's like...
Oh, he's gonna make dough out of Funyuns.
He's on like a whiteboard figuring out his plan right now, and it's a happy person who's gonna have cheese and...
Got flour and yeast and water.
He's putting the Funyuns in the dough, huh?
Oh, I don't
homemade dough.
If he is or not yet.
Yeah, he's got a big dough ball, and then like some prosciutto and Funyun.
He's smashed up the Funyuns.
With a mortar and pestle.
The Funyuns, so they're finely smashed. And he's mixing it, into the dough. Folding it in, it looks like.
This is a great... Oh, he's got like 3,500 subscribers.
This is interesting.
So yeah, you mix the Funyun dust into the dough, and now... Now we're making pizza flats of dough. Sauce.
So it's pizza, but it tastes like Funyun inside.
So now, yeah, sauce and cheese, a simple pizza with the garnish being more Funyuns. And prosciutto? Half prosciutto, half just onion. And there you have it. Garnish with, I don't know, what is that?
Basil, probably.
Basil, yeah. I bet it's good.
I mean, it looks pretty good to me.
Wow.
Does he say anything about it?
It actually tasted pretty okay.
Unusually crunchy.
Unusually crunchy for pizza. Oh, and then there's the cat, Tifa. Very cute cat. Somebody on this YouTube video says, "How did you have devolved from great DIY to doing such abominations?" Okay, and then there was this tweet we got of somebody...
They chicken fried steak.
Yeah, they... Oh, yeah.
They Funyuned the steak.
So it's in the dust encrusting the chicken fried steak. That looks really good. The gravy you made looks amazing. And then here's... I think we have more than one from
I think
Rios.
a few people chicken fried steak, too.
Yeah. This was Rios's thing, Tears of an Orphan. You're not allowed to have it with gravy. It's supposed to be more dry than you're expecting and leave you slightly dissatisfied. If Ryan makes it, he has to use an unreasonable amount of paprika and also dip it in green Tabasco. Basically, it's chicken fried steak using crushed Funyuns as part of the breading. This was a popular thing to do, and I understand why.
Well, yeah, we put both ideas out there.
It's a good idea.
They were combined.
Yes. Yeah, he tenderized the steak really nicely with that real tenderizer. Wow, those green beans look nice. Nice and from a can.
Yeah.
Straight out of the can it looks.
We've caused a lot of very unhealthy things to happen. There were many chicken fried
looking through
steaks
this.
with Funyuns in them.
Oh, what was this? Luricus encrusted like a fish? Is that fish? It's halibut. Baked halibut.
Crusted with Funyuns.
Funyuns were fine. Baking halibut kind of dries them out. I should have fried them instead.
But the Funyuns turned out fine.
Funyuns on halibut. That looks pretty good. And then Rios did another one, Matwin's Goulash, made with Funyun egg noodles. Oh, wow.
Holy shit.
He's making noodles.
Holy shit. Rios made noodles out of Funyuns. That's amazing.
Wow, he really mixed it up and made fresh noodles. That's incredible. With Funyuns crushed
Out of the least fresh ingredients.
Yeah, out of the least fresh.
I wonder how they taste.
Oh, he then made, over the Funyun pasta, he made meatballs with gravy, like the chicken fried steak gravy.
Which like a stroganoff, like it's a creamy pasta.
Pretty brilliant. He says the noodles came out surprisingly bland, despite literally using an entire large bag of Funyuns on it. All in all, it's not bad, but I'd rank the Tears of an Orphan as better. And then a third Rios one, I present the Sid Should Have Died on the Rocket deep fried banana no-cat special with chocolate sauce. Well, I love the chocolate sauce thing. Wiping on this shit, this was nearly impossible and wouldn't stick for shit.
It's a deep fried banana, and I think it's crusted in Funyun dust.
And then
with
chocolate. Jeff and Ryan and No Cat, the chocolate sauce.
Yeah, he put chocolate sauce on the deep fried bananas.
Wow.
Ooh.
I am really sorry if I missed anybody else's submissions. It was hard, I was trying to amass them from all sorts of places.
But we got a lot of awesome submissions.
Yep.
And thank you so much for actually doing that.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun to see.
I think we also got some submissions of just thanks for the snack, I was hungry. And people who just appreciate it.
Well, in my experiments with Funyuns so far, what I've learned is they are best just eaten.
Yeah.
That's so far what I've learned, but we're going to try one of these now.
So what should we do?
My vote is for the Funyuns a la King.
Funyuns a la King sounds extremely interesting.
Although, is that we just make an a la King and put it over the Funyuns?
Yeah. Although it's also described as chicken a la Funkying.
Chicken a la Funkying, right.
But the, at least the picture that I think I have of that, I believe it's this.
Yeah.
Which, is there chicken in that?
Yeah, there's chunks of chicken.
Oh, there's chunks of chicken in it.
Yeah. Because he said chicken a la King is usually that over some kind of bread or
Right,
thing.
biscuits or toast.
Yeah.
We can buy rotisserie chicken and then shred it.
Yeah, we can buy some pre-cooked chicken at the deli and shred it. I say we make the chicken a la Fun King.
And we're basically serving it over Funyuns? Is that how it's...
Yeah.
Okay.
The other one I thought was interesting was the pizza.
I don't want to make
Making dough.
Yeah,
that's the thing with noodles too. I don't want to make the noodles.
Yeah, that seems too much.
Chicken a la Fun King. Seems not that hard.
So you cook mushrooms, you add in flour, you make a gravy of some kind with chicken broth.
Mm-hmm.
Stir in frozen peas, drained pimentos, and cooked chicken, and then serve it over Funyuns.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be back with the ingredients. Okay, we've returned from the grocery store, which, wow, that was the first time we've been in a grocery store in a year and a half.
And you know what? The whole time we've been inside, I've been like, man, I miss all these things so much, and now we've been back in there, and I'm like, maybe I don't miss that. Maybe I don't ever need that again, ever.
I like the grocery store.
Although I had a great time.
I was happy to be there.
I met a lady on meth who had recommendations about pizza.
Yeah, the meth lady told you about which brand of pizza and was very excited about it.
Yeah.
She said she was a pizza fiend.
She watches Report of the Week. She fucking loves that guy.
I mean, that guy's the best.
She's on YouTube all the time watching frozen pizza reviews, she said. So I said, do you watch Report of the Week? She said, yeah.
Fuck yeah. Pros watch Report of the Week.
Just getting out there in the world, you know?
It's surreal. And here we go.
We got all the ingredients. We got pimentos. What even is a pimento?
So you don't, you were like, is the olive the pimento?
I thought it might be a type of olive.
It's like a...
Is it like a pepper of some kind?
I think it's a little pepper that they stuff into olives very often. And they've got like a nice kind of tanginess
pimento
to them.
peppers, right, that's what they are.
And I think you're going to like them a lot. They're sometimes used with like chicken dishes like this. Like this is a perfect example of that. What I like about this is, hey, it's going to be fucking easy, I think.
I do need a snack, so I'm going to eat a bag of Funyuns.
Okay.
Because I'm starving.
So, in a large saucepan, melt butter over medium-high heat. Add in mushrooms and cook until the mushrooms are soft, about 5 minutes. Add in the flour and stir until there are no specks of flour left. Pour in the chicken broth and milk and bring to a boil. Reduce the heat to low and simmer until the sauce is thickened, about 3 minutes.
And then pour it over Funyuns.
Stir in the frozen peas, drain pimentos, and cook chicken, and let heat through. And then, serve it over that. For a richer sauce, in a small mixing bowl, whisk together egg yolks with heavy cream, working quickly. Slowly pour in a half a cup of the hot mixture into the egg mixture while... You know what? Fuck that. I don't think we need this heavy cream or egg at all.
No?
I think it's like we could do it with just milk.
That sounds fine.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that what this is saying?
Yeah.
Because this also seems hard.
Wash my hands. Oh man, Funyuns are just so good.
They're great as a snack. Can they be great in something else?
The answer obviously is yes, but we just have to discover what it is. Is it this thing? I don't know.
I don't
find
know.
out.
I don't think that's a big enough pan.
No?
No, because I think we're going to stir in like a lot of broth and milk. Because it's 2 cups of chicken broth and 1.5 cups of milk.
Like this pan?
That'll probably
Bigger?
be better. Yeah, something bigger. That'll be better.
Bigger than this?
That should be enough.
Okay.
Oh, I should like rip up this chicken, huh? Oh yeah. Here we go.
Haley, we're melting the butter.
Ooh, the chicken's hot. I have to have a bite. That's really good. Roasted chicken is the best.
Birds are good for eating.
Haley knows that.
Siri, set a 5-minute timer.
Okay.
Well, I found the real superpower of that HomePod in the bathroom, which is that, like, no matter how loud music is playing, it has this ability to still hear you no matter how quietly you're talking. So I was in the shower and I said, Siri, next song. And I was like, wow.
Wow, that's amazing.
Siri, I was joking.
Wow. Wow.
That's how sensitive that fucking thing is all the way in the bathroom. Siri, stop.
Wow.
I said it all fast to make sure it didn't happen.
I think after the flour, we use 2 cups of chicken broth.
Yes. Stir until there are no specks of flour left. Pour in the chicken broth and milk and bring to a boil. And then reduce the heat to low and simmer until the sauce thickens. You want me to get the milk ready?
Yeah, could you get the chicken broth and milk into the cups? Because I think I'm ready for either one.
Haley, drop that.
Well, now we got milky, floury mushrooms.
The chicken broth is flying in.
Okay.
Here, we'll pour it. Beautiful. 2 cups of broth. So it should take like 3 minutes to reduce.
Well, it's gotta come to a boil.
Right. And then it'll simmer.
So we reduce it and then we put in all the rest of the stuff. I'm gonna toss this in the trash now. Chicken body.
Might as well.
It's gone on, Haley. Sorry.
Cooked bones are no good for dogs. If it was raw, I would have let you have the whole chicken.
As you often do, feed her entire chicken.
I do it regularly, so quit complaining, Haley. I think these are gonna be good. Like this.
This part will at least
Will
be
definitely
good.
be good, and then will Funyuns mix? I don't know.
Well, the Funyuns, because this is really like it's not complete on its own. Like, you can't just eat chicken mush.
No, you can't. I mean, you could with a spoon.
Well, but I mean, it needs form. It's not a dish.
It's gotta go over toaster or biscuit.
I'm not saying you can't eat it. I'm saying that it's not done. Like, it's not presentable yet. It's clothing without a body, you know?
Totally.
It's like simmering around the edges. I'm gonna say it's boiling now.
Okay, so now it's
3 minutes.
time to turn it down.
Yeah, I did a little bit.
Okay.
I'll turn it down further. Siri, set a 3-minute timer.
Okay, 3 minutes and counting.
Hear that, Haley? She does whatever I say.
She does whatever he says. Whatever he says.
Actually, that's not true.
That's not true at all, actually.
Not even close. But she sets timers like a pro. Absolute champ.
One thing she's good at.
Does this need to be peppered or anything? Like, we haven't seasoned this at all.
They didn't say to do that.
That seems
They might
wrong.
be assuming that salt and pepper
That
should
seems
go in.
crazy.
So that seems totally
There's
insane
no
to me.
way.
There's no way.
The butter's salted.
The butter is salted, but should we put some pepper in?
I'm making an executive decision and adding some fucking pepper to
Okay,
this.
alright.
Like, I mean, right? But, I mean...
Yeah. This person added in salt and pepper, a diced onion, a few garlic cloves, and some mixed herbs and red
Exactly.
pepper flakes.
Okay. Added in a little bit of pepper, and then some garlic powder.
Ooh, it's getting nice and thick. I smell the very mushroomy sauce. So the last thing are the peas, the chicken, and the pimentos?
And we're about 3 minutes here.
Well, let me get 2 bowls of Funyuns ready to be...
Yeah, get some bowls ready. I guess I'll start adding chicken to this.
Peas are in.
Yeah, we gotta drain the pimento. Wow. You could make a croquette out of this shit. That's basically what we just made, isn't it?
Yeah, we would then like
Cream
bread it and
mushroom
fry it
soup.
somehow.
Yeah, well, we get it cold.
1 thing of pimentos.
Because look at how fucking gloopy this is, man. This is intense gloop.
Gloop factor 10.
Gloop factor at least 10. I think it goes higher. I think it's as gloopy as can be while still being a liquid, technically. You know what I mean?
The pimentos are in.
Damn, that smell. Yeah, that's gonna make it awesome.
No, there's chicken dishes that are like similar to this that sometimes use capers even. There's like some kind of like...
Yeah.
They often are like, it needs something intense. But like, I don't know.
Capers just taste so bad. My opinion.
Come at him.
Now, a lot of people agree with me, and even people who like capers, they like that they taste bad.
Yeah, they're like, I know why people don't like
Yeah,
capers.
exactly. Yeah, they're like,
It smells delicious.
seems like a damn shame to put it on Funyuns.
It really does, doesn't it? Why would somebody do that to this wonderful concoction we've made?
Well, we made plenty of it, so...
Could you turn this into a chicken pot pie?
I
Is this
don't
pot
for
pie
sure.
filling right here?
Look, I've never made a chicken pot pie, but if you put this in a pie and gave it to me, I wouldn't tell you it was not chicken pot pie.
Exactly.
I think it totally is chicken pot pie filling.
I
I think we just learned a lot by making this. You know, I think we learned, we unlocked a whole area of cooking that I probably will never engage with.
Yeah, we're like, oh god, there's a whole map.
Cream dishes are just, you can't eat them all the time.
Oh, but they're so good.
You can't just whip up a cream dish for a quick lunch and then get back to work.
Well, the thing is, too, if you get this cream dish at a restaurant, you know they've used like 10 times more butter. I think it's probably heated through.
Not that we slouched on the butter, but I think it is.
Alright, I'm gonna film you pouring this over.
Okay, well, let me get a bowl of Funyuns.
I got our 2 bowls ready right over here.
So I know it doesn't look like much now, but just hold on.
Hang on, everybody.
The magic's about to happen.
There you go.
Bam!
Wow, that's magical right there.
Just like that. Now, how beautiful is that?
That's pretty
How
great.
beautiful is that?
It's gorgeous is what it is.
How beautiful is that? How beautiful is it? Alright.
Fucking fucking Mona Lisa over here. Alright, should we fork this?
Yeah,
or?
I think forks. I think we should go fast before they get too soft.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, yeah. Get a bite.
Get a nice bite with a Funyun.
So fucking hot. Okay,
Oh, yeah. Dude, I like it.
holy shit.
I
Wow.
straight up like it.
And the Funyun adds something.
The Funyun actually works with it and adds something. It's not like that horrible thing when the pineapple didn't work with the Funyun and the...
No, the chili didn't work with the Funyun either.
This is pretty fucking good.
This is pretty dope.
Wow.
And Chicken a la King,
It is amazing.
we gotta be making this again.
Yeah.
This is good as fuck. Hey, everyone at home. Chicken a la King with Funyuns is, man.
It's great and, like, it's easy as fuck to make. Holy shit. I did not see this coming.
I didn't either. I can't get enough of it.
Not only did the Funyuns not ruin this,
They are starting to sog up a little, though. Which
you gotta have it quick,
Is
yeah.
going to become detrimental fast.
Maybe it would be better as a breadcrumb crumble thing.
Maybe, yeah.
But I like the full Funyun rings. This is good.
I agree. Our fans are geniuses.
We asked the world, how do you use Funyuns well in another dish? We got the answer.
This is a perfectly great answer. You know, I would totally eat this again.
Yeah.
We might even plan to sometime.
Seriously. I might make this for people on the, when they come over on Friday.
We should totally make this for people. It's easy to make a ton of it.
Right. And it's a winning... I think you putting in those spices, too, is really smart.
Yeah, you could put in even more, for sure. A lot of garlic would be good.
The pimentos are great.
Seriously, the pimentos and the peas. Haley, no.
Yeah, it doesn't need the heavy cream or the egg.
No, heavier than this? No,
That's the
thank
thing,
you.
you can make it richer than that.
No, this is... I love the mushrooms. And yeah, the Funyun salty onionness works in it.
It legitimately works. I'm amazed.
The Funyun is such an absurdly tangy, salty snack that the richness of the cream pulls that back, you know, and and just the flavor comes out. Whereas before, when it was with the chili, you got it didn't blend. The Funyun and the chili did not blend in any way.
You would get
chili
different
and
flavors,
and then pineapple.
distinctly, yeah.
And that was bad.
It was not a good experience. This marries everything together.
I really thought sweetness was going to be the key to unlocking the Funyun, but no, it's creaminess.
Creaminess. I can't believe it.
Thank you, everyone out there in NoCat land.
Thank you for giving us this gift. And take the advice. Make
Chicken a la King. Make
chicken a la
Fun
Funking. Funny King. Funking. Haley wants some now.
You can't have this.
You can't have this. Should I stop?
Yep.
Welcome to No One Could Know About This, a podcast where we play every Final Fantasy. I'm Jeff Ekman.
And I'm Ryan Kazmiski.
And here we go, Season 6, Episode 43, the finale of Season 6.
We're finishing this game today.
It's happening.
We're gonna beat Ultimecia.
We're here. This is it, the finale.
We decided not to beat Omega Weapon.
Yep. Although we do it later in the bonus content over on patreon.com/nocat. So if you want this season to go on past this week, go over there and hear us go get every card in this game and then defeat Omega Weapon.
Yeah, but if not, here's the finale of the game.
Yeah, we've unlocked everything in the dungeon. It's time to go see Ultimecia.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a crazy cutscene.
This episode is basically a cutscene. I mean, there's a long boss fight, but let's be real. There's not much left.
So let's do it.
And
then we'll go up
fucking game.
to Ultimecia's room and see a 40-minute cutscene.
Well, who knows? That's what we're assuming for some reason. So yeah, let me get the Omega save. Here, do you want to take us home? I've been playing for a long time.
Sure. So I start trying to find my way to the top of Ultimecia's castle. But because I wasn't the one exploring this place, I'm like, where the fuck do I go?
No, go back. Go to the left. Wait, I was wrong about the direction to go.
Yeah, and at this point, I've run all around it so much that I don't know exactly the way.
Yeah, fuck me. Okay, yeah, sorry. Go back to the main room. Here, and then through the main door on the bottom floor and here. No, go up to the right.
This
Yeah,
way.
then go all the way up, yeah.
Fuck yeah, getting paid. Who is giving us the salary?
So, gentleman's bet. You think Sid and Adia are gonna show up at the end of this game?
I think they'll appear. I think they will say, good work, or, thank you. Couldn't have done it without you.
I don't think we're gonna even see them.
You don't think? All right, I'll take that gentleman's bet. I fucking hope you're wrong. You might very well be right.
I don't know why I feel this way. That's just like I just feel like.
I feel like we're
I
gonna
feel
have
like halfway through the game they were like, I really wish we hadn't tied ourselves to Sid and Adia. They don't matter anymore.
I don't know. I feel like there's gonna be characters who we're gonna be like, oh, I forgot about you.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. If there's an epilogue, you're right. But I don't know. I guess I'm thinking of 7 and how it just kind of fucking ends, you know?
Right. 7 does have. I feel like that's an anomaly.
Well, I don't know. I can't remember how 9 ends, if it just fucking ends or not.
Yeah, I don't know about 9, but
I don't
know
remember
about the other
10.
6 and 4 and.
Yeah, but after 7, like, does 10 have like everyone meets up after it's over? I can't remember. You didn't beat it. You got like almost there.
I've been to the final boss when I was a kid and when I played the remaster.
So we're at the save point that's like in front of Ultimecia's room.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she has like a little official her space at the end of an.
It's like a house on top of the building.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let me take off Squale's Junction.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Ultimecia should really go see if she can handle fucking Omega Weapon.
Well, it's like her pet.
Omega Weapon?
Yeah, all these things are like her servants that we had to fight.
And you have to like find the super secret servant.
Just for fun, if you want.
I mean, if I had a super secret unbeatable servant, I would have him out at the front gate, stopping us from coming in the building. But
maybe Omega Weapon is like her friend who's staying over for the weekend or something.
and you have to like
and
ring
you
the bell
find this
and
guy and you,
wake him up. But anyway, I enter Ultimecia's room. Get it over with. Fight her now. Oh, baby. And Ultimecia is waiting for us here, sitting on an insane golden and red throne.
She has like a big circular room that's basically like a pit with a big column in the middle with a big throne on it that she's sitting on.
And she's like cross-legged, like, I've been waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like the main villain, we don't even meet. Like we don't even. Like, she hasn't said a word to us before we fight her. That's crazy.
That is nuts.
That is crazy.
So, I mean, we haven't even met her before, so surely they want her to make a big impression when she first says something to us, right?
Yeah.
Seed. Curse all seeds, but with a K. You don't know I'm saying it that way because you're
from
hearing
the future.
me.
The spelling
But I'm
has changed.
spelling it with a K. Curse.
Yeah, all of her C's in dialogue are K's.
Yeah, she speaks with a K instead of a C.
Which, there was a line of dialogue in Blackness earlier where something was spelled with a K, I think time compression, which I think is their subtle way of not spoon-feeding you the fact that Ultimecia was in control at that time because this is the way she talks.
And she talks like this because it's in the future, and you know how just like, you know, things shift.
Swarming like locusts across. Oh, all her C's are turned into K's.
Yeah, it's the
Generations.
language drift, you know?
You disgust me. The world was on the brink of that ever-elusive time compression. Insolent fools, your vain crusade ends here, seeds. The price for your meddling is death beyond death. I shall send you to a dimension beyond your imagining. There I will reign, and you will be my slaves for eternity.
The only explanation we got for why she wants to compress time was Odin being like, why does she want to do it? Who knows?
Well, she's gonna reign, and then we'll be her slaves for eternity.
Well, she has 2 wings.
She's got 2 wings.
Okay. Whom shall I exterminate first? I'll start with you 3.
You're not gonna get past us.
Is it the shitty 3? Because
that would be hilarious.
Because they're fucked.
I think she picks 3 random characters.
Yeah, you end up in this terrible situation where the game just kind of gives you random characters.
We only have 3 who are junctioned.
Yeah, so you just kind of hope that the ones you don't want die, and then the ones you want come in.
That's how it's going to work.
Yeah.
The ones, anybody who dies, like, somebody else fills in their space.
We literally, only 3 of our characters are even usable. Like, there's not even commands.
So anybody
on the
who's
other
not
ones.
junctioned is dying.
It picked at random?
Wait, what the fuck is this?
Oh, boy.
You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be fucking kidding me.
So we got Renoa, Squall, and Irvine, which, I mean, Renoa and Irvine are useless to us.
You gotta be... What the fuck? What the fuck? God, fuck you. They always do some shit, but they never have picked randomly.
That's so shitty.
We should also say, right now, the sorceress is like a normal-sized human being. She's got like some wings on her back.
Yeah, and she has some kind of like spiky horns on her head and like a sorceress dress.
And Squall's putting a lot of damage into her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming when one goes down,
The other will
they'll
swap in,
drop
and then
in.
you'll wind up with your proper party.
I hope so.
You better
I mean,
be.
otherwise this is gonna be rough,
Well,
man.
she's about to die, so we're about to see. Goodbye, Renoa.
No, Renoa.
Yeah, Renoa only had like 1,000 hit points
I know,
to begin
yeah.
with.
Like, no one who isn't junction can even withstand
People's
anything.
base stats in this game without any junctioning
know,
are
man.
laughable.
I don't know. Maybe it's like when this party goes down, you go to the other one.
That would suck ass, dude.
I mean, Squall could probably take her on
I
his
think
own,
Squall
man.
might be able to take her. I think one-on-one,
Jesus
Squall
Christ.
versus the final boss of the game. I think I got this.
Oh my god, this
That's
is so disappointing.
Stupid.
Now Irvine is down.
Yeah, and it hasn't like subbed anyone in yet, so we're kind of going like, is
Does-
it really just gonna be like, if you can't beat her with a random 3 people, then you lose?
Like, we busted our ass to make those other people
Oh,
so
wait,
perfect.
who did this?
Who's auto-lifing? What is happening? Oh, someone else is coming in. Maybe
Oh, fuck
Renoa
yeah.
can't?
Oh, absorbed into time. He got-
Well,
So yeah, then if you leave someone dead, angels come and they get absorbed into time, I guess.
That's what it says. It says they get absorbed into
Absorbed
time.
into time, which is good, because we need to get enough people absorbed into time that our actual party comes out.
God damn it, Zell!
Oh,
Ugh.
man. Irving, he could get absorbed into time, I don't mind. But don't take Zell.
Renoa probably just can't get absorbed into time, maybe?
And Renoa is just lying there, not getting absorbed into time.
Yeah,
which-
she's been dead for longer than Irvine
I
has,
know.
and I don't know what causes that.
It's just like, we want another party member in here. Please,
Go ahead and absorb into
please
time, Renoa.
go towards the light or whatever.
Well, because at the end, they got a hug again.
She can't even...
Absorbed into time.
She can't do shit to me.
I mean, Zell,
She's
you are
missing
done
me.
for.
Zell just popped in, and he has like just over 1,000 hit points.
She's casting Dispel on you for some reason. I don't know what she thinks is happening.
I don't know, but like without Junction's characters suck, man.
Yeah.
He's doing 90 damage.
Dude, I mean, his natural health points are pathetic.
We're bullshit people
Whoa, Squall needs healing.
without all this like magic friends, our magical girlfriends.
Yeah. Man.
Okay,
So,
you're finally
okay.
taking Renoa out? Okay. I wonder what makes that happen.
I don't
Bring
know.
in someone who's good.
Renoa was absorbed into time.
Finally.
Give me Quistis.
Thank God. Okay, here we go.
Quistis.
So Quistis finally gets subbed in, so we got 2 out of our 3 that we want.
Zell has like 100 hit points.
Goodbye, Zell.
Good knowing you. Did I kill her?
After taking, I guess, a certain amount of damage, Ultimecia starts rising into the sky and saying some shit about a GF that she's summoning.
Oh boy.
The most powerful GF. You shall
I hope Squall doesn't die.
suffer. Ah!
Whoa.
Whoa, she summoned a GF.
Yeah, Ultimecia summons this GF, which has a very specific look.
Well, it looks like a He-Man bad guy.
Yeah,
Like
with big
it's
flame
like a-
horns, kind of.
Yeah, it's like a lion man that's blue with flame horns and wings.
We in the past do not recognize this image.
Well, I don't recognize the image now. You know,
But it
has a passing resemblance
This is Griever.
to Squall's keychain, but it does not look like that. Squall's keychain does not look like that.
Now, I don't know the meaningfulness of this, but Squall's keychain was just summoned into battle by the bad guy.
Yeah, as the ultimate GF to make us suffer. So now we're fighting Griever. Squall's because we're all describing all of this, just to remind you, Squall's keychain is like the head of a lion.
And this thing has like a lion head, kind of, but with other things on it that would make you not necessarily recognize it.
So someone we saw. We've seen speculation that like she summoned it out of Squall or something, in which case it means that Squall has like imagined and probably has notebooks full of this buff lion guy
That he's like drawn.
with wings that he's like drawn. Yeah,
That's like his own creation.
Creation.
And then it gets summoned out of his mind. Sure. Why not?
Anyway, yeah, this is Griever. We're fighting Griever. In some version of this game that was finished, this means something, but
it doesn't even register to us in the past.
Yeah, in the past, we're like,
I have a
this is
theory
just-
that this only works if you named... Because one of the weird details that we pointed out was that you could name his keychain.
Yeah, and it's like, why the fuck can you name this keychain?
And I imagine if you named it like farts or something stupid and specific, and then she's like, I'm summoning farts, you'd be like, oh fuck.
Well, she didn't say Griever.
Well, I think she must be about to. Let's hit
it
play.
It says on the... yeah, we'll see what happens.
How about that?
Oh, we're gonna have to fight the GF now.
Oh, cool.
That's neat.
The GF's true power. Allow me to show you.
Oh, now he's gonna do his actual GF.
Griever, make them bleed. Shockwave pulsar.
Yeah, and I guess if you had named him Farts or something, she would have been like, Farts, make him bleed.
Yeah,
And you'd be
shockwave
like, oh my God.
pulsar.
Wow, this is a hell of a move. Oh shit.
Yeah, Griever's move on us is to like cast orbs around us, bring us up into the sky into like another dimension, at which point it forms like a black hole near us, which then explodes, and then we fall back down and take damage.
Pretty good. Yeah, if you hadn't been, like, really getting into junctioning and shit, this stuff would really be fucking you up, man.
Well, at least I should get Selfie in, right? Yeah.
So finally, Zell is dead. Selfie jumps in.
Yeah, he's been absorbed into time, as he should have been.
Yeah.
Now it's on, bitch. You're gonna want a full life very soon. Oh no, my soul.
So Griever casts some form of death on Squall that, like, makes him, like, a translucent copy of him, like a ghost, floats into the sky.
That's gotta be disorienting.
What? Selfie's Thundara was blown away?
Man, fuck you.
What did that mean?
I think all of her Thundara is gone. Like,
Why? Why did he do that?
because he's a fucking prick,
What an
man.
asshole.
And then this boss starts doing status effect type things that I've just never even heard of. Like, he starts blowing away our magic.
Reducing our
yeah,
stats.
Yeah,
Like
taking away
junction
our
magic.
inventory.
And in the meantime, we're summoning Eden.
I'm surprised at how much damage these guys are taking.
I mean, it does all level with you, so...
But still, we got the junctions rolling.
I know. But this is still like, you know, like when we rolled into Sephiroth, we just fucking iced that dude. Yeah, like this is a tough fight.
It is. Yeah! Now I'm doing max damn.
He's done.
Max damn them all to hell!
Yeah, it takes a little doing, but we kick Griever's ass, and he folds himself into a little orb.
Oh, he's a big ball.
Now I'm materia.
He kind of spins a little as a ball and becomes like a black orb, and then just like kind of the life goes out.
Yeah. It's a poignant moment when Squall defeats his own keychain. you know?
They mentioned the name of this thing one time in the dumbest scene.
I shall junction myself unto Griever.
She's junctioning herself to the GF.
Okay.
So then, like a magic ball, it's like a white sperm infects a magic egg, and then, like, she and Griever become one, and it's an even bigger, scarier monster that's, like, part lion man, part sorceress thing with pink wings and a...
Can't believe she merged with our keychain.
Yeah, how...
Poetic.
personal of her to do that.
Ooh.
Final form?
It might be very likely. Ooh.
I feel like this has gotta be it.
Whoa!
This is like, okay, just follow me on this hypothetical. If an alien abducts you and you have like a Homer Simpson keychain, you know, and this alien like wants to really like insult you, and it makes like a big image of Homer Simpson and starts peeing all over it, 'cause it like assumes that Homer Simpson is like something extremely important to you.
Fight some giant
and you're just
Homer
like watching...
Simpson.
Yeah, watching this happen, you're like,
like,
why?
He keeps it on his keychain. It must be the most important thing.
I mean, I just wish we knew what Squall thought about this. It's not like when this is over, he like says anything about
doesn't
Griever.
say, like, can you believe that happened
Can you
like
believe
that?
she did that to me? No, it's not explained at all.
She's in him.
You're gonna have an animal with a body sticking out of it if you're playing Final Fantasy.
Yes.
And this boss fight goes through so many forms, and also, like, not only that, but the music does too. And here we begin the beginning of the insanity with, like, Smoke on the Water. Going into, like, a surf rock drumming thing that's gonna happen later, and then it gets amazing.
Yeah, you got...
But it's, like,
I remember you commenting on this at the time.
There's
and it being
points
so
in this
good.
where I'm listening to it, and I'm like, what is this shit? It's very good, though. I'm not trying to shit on it. By the end, I think it's great, but it's wild.
Wow, this music is kind of stupid. Dun, 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 dun. Smoke on the water. Fire in the sky.
You're not allowed to play this at Guitar Center. this boss music. They're gonna get mad at you, and they'll be like, "You're not no," and you'll be like, "It's not Smoke on the Water. It's Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy VIII finale denied.
Griever Form 2 from the Ultimecia fight."
Yeah, this is tense. Oh, I think they're killing GFs if I try to summon them.
Oh.
And there's also two things going on. I don't know what to kill.
And yeah, not only have they been blowing away our magic, but now if you summon a GF, they straight up kill it. Like, they're like, you're gone forever.
Yeah.
Like, you're dead.
And I keep doing it over
yeah,
and over
I'm just
again.
watching you. I'm like, what's going on? And you're like, oh, they're killing my GFs when I summon them.
And then I
you just
keep summoning
summoning
them over and over again.
You see this floating crystal thing?
Yeah. Maybe that thing is killing your GF when you pull them out. Yeah, the final combat music is like a surf song. Wipe out!
It almost reminds me of like Earthworm Jim music. Like,
yeah, definitely.
I think you should heal.
Oops, I should have quist. I might quist this.
Whoa.
What is happening?
This has gotta be her, like, ultimate attack.
oh yeah, this is like the coolest attack in the game. She sends out like 4 phantom lassos that she like hooks into 4 different giant planets and then like pulls them all in so that they all come back and like slam into you.
We missed Sephiroth. It was kind of like this. She's playing Cat's
keep
Cradle in
going
the
after
solar system.
Ultimecia. Wow, that's awesome. Wow, that would hurt. This would hurt. That would hurt a lot. That would destroy somebody a lot.
That would, yeah, that
Bringing
would be
4
hard
planets
to
in.
contend with, but it's not so bad.
Yeah, they do like 1,000 damage.
Shell absorbs a lot of it.
This is nuts.
It's like, lady, you pissed off the wrong high school.
Seriously. Man, it's awesome how awesome we are. Did I do it?
Yeah, it looks like it. How does it feel when your whole body explodes from the inside?
Oh, now you're just a torso.
Or maybe she's not done yet.
Oh.
Yeah, massive monster chunks fall off of her, and now she's just like mostly her old body embedded in the chest of this thing.
She's not done yet. Most of her fell away. She's still a person inside of a cab.
Yeah. She's like, I didn't need those legs anyway, it was already floating. But I think she's fucking dead.
I think she's dead.
Yeah, I hit her a bunch more times, and she starts exploding into
this
light.
form explodes, yeah.
Satisfying final boss fight.
Yeah. Surprisingly difficult, but I guess that's the leveling system for you. Yeah.
And we didn't, level, like in 7, if we had gotten to level 60 or something.
She's melting into the nothing.
She's being absorbed into time,
Oh,
man.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It would have probably been like this, but...
Wow. Into a pillar of light. Do we now have to fight like a disembodied hate?
See, because now I wonder if we can get back after we've won.
What do you mean?
Well, the time thing happened, we jumped to the future. How do we go back in time to say hi to Sid and Nadia? You know what I'm saying?
We'll fix it. I bet we'll fix it.
I can't believe you've forgotten what Laguna said.
I know, he said just think of your friends and stuff.
The power of friendship will bring you together.
Yeah.
If you think of me, I'll be waiting
And
here.
Sid and Nadia are our friends, right? Right?
God damn it.
Anyway, the whole world goes away and we're standing on a black
Yeah.
screen now. This is not over. This fight's not over.
Final form?
Finalist form?
She reemerges.
And this is the final form Ultimecia. She's like a kaleidoscope of all the other forms of Ultimecia we've seen.
And her head is like an orb light.
She's like part being, part building.
Yeah, this is the actual music.
I am Ultimecia. Time shall compress. All existence denied.
Jesus, fuck yeah.
Holy shit. Sweet. Okay.
Hell's Judgment.
So now we're fighting her in space.
And she's like this amazing, like, dual person where she has this, like, top form that has these scary wings and crazy, like, arms,
Yeah.
like she's a vampire or something. And then instead of legs, she has, like, a hanging torso of, like, another person that's, like, a
Right.
shriveled husk of a person
yeah,
just
instead
dangling.
of feet, it's the head. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
she looks amazing.
I would get ready to recover from this.
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, now we're playing music.
We haven't had the actual battle music the whole game, have we?
I don't think so.
Dude. They were like, what if the final battle is just the theme that always plays during every battle in every other game? She has no pain. Ooh, yeah, they're blowing away your magic, man. They're taking your junctions away. I mean, how can she withstand this, though? Like,
I'm whooping her ass, but she's got this ability called Hell's Judgment.
Brings everyone to 1 health point.
okay, you're gonna have to recover from this again.
Ooh, Squall's so mad. Oh, dude, I just saw the person who's hanging off the bottom of this person. There's like a... Look at that person.
Oh, hey, yeah, that's like her human body.
It's below...
Yeah, she's just like, you know.
She's like a double-sided
Yeah.
human.
Well, I feel like the body now is just like being eaten by this tree of a cosmic horror entity.
And yeah, holy does work. Damn, dude, she's got a lot of health.
Seriously, I mean, you're putting in so much damage. So get ready to recover from this shit.
There's a lot to manage, but I'm doing it. I'm triple casting Kiraga at the right time.
And man, I gotta say, this is maybe the best final boss fight we've hit. Like, it's not like we hit it and it was too hard at first, like Zeromus.
yeah,
Or we hit it and
It
we
was
just
too easy, like-
destroyed it like Sephiroth.
that's the power.
You
of
know,
the
I mean,
system that
Kefka was
levels with
fun,
you.
but we fucking whooped his ass too. You know,
Definitely.
like, but this is good. This is pretty well balanced.
Yeah, this is pretty sweet ending music.
Yeah.
That first track was straight up the worst track in the game.
And now it's like the greatest battle theme ever.
Yeah, this is so good.
Dun, 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 dun.
Alright, let's enjoy this
Okay,
music
sorry,
then.
sorry. Yeah, we get an epic boss fight. We were denied that.
We're denied that. I think we're going to be denied that in every one of these. Oh, there are 2 Ultimecias. I just finally realized that.
I've just been blindly putting in all this damage and healing and stuff like that, and I just realized, like, oh, you can also target the bottom body.
Yeah, I wonder, do we need to kill the bottom one? He's berserk. He should hypothetically be randomly
That's true.
hitting them both.
That's true.
Yeah, he's hitting them both.
Yeah, okay.
She's got like Dracula wings on her head, and then blade wings, butterfly blade wings coming out of her back.
Reflect on your childhood.
For a second, I was like, no, don't cast Reflect right now. We're about to Kirog everybody. Don't do
No.
this.
She just wants us to think about when we were kids.
Is that her realizing we're kicking her ass and she's like, reflect on your childhood? Like, maybe that'll stop.
I have no idea.
Trip them up.
But she doesn't explain what she means by reflect on your childhood. She just yeah.
Says-
Yeah, she knows Squall's ultimate weakness. She's like, think about your past. And he's like, ah,
No!
it was mildly unpleasant.
Time. It will not wait.
Is that why you want to get rid of
Is
it?
that a joke? Time waits for no one.
Is that a joke, though?
It's hard. It is a joke. It definitely is a joke. Was it intentional? I don't know.
Maybe that's why she wants to get rid of it. She's like, I'm just so sick of this time.
This
bullshit.
time asshole. No matter how hard you hold on, it escapes you.
Okay. So what?
Remember Kefka's insane belief system? This is just like, time really gets away from you, and
I
you
would
can't
like to have it
control
all.
Quistis' berserk is thrown away. Shit. And
Kiraga.
Triple Kiraga. And Meteor. Whatever happened to Dr. Katawaki?
She's on the school still.
So it's still hanging out in the school?
Yeah.
Ah, I think I did
I
it.
think he did it too.
Every way that you can think of somebody bursting into light has been done in this game, and here's yet another one.
Yeah, she bursts into light again. It's pink and white.
The sounds of the boss blowing up. Wow. Pillar of light.
Now the
Pillars of
boobs.
light. Whoa.
Beams of light surround our 3 characters.
And then the end of the game happens.
Fuck yeah.
Whoa. Oh, man.
I mean, I thought it did, but she's still not done exploding yet.
Holy shit.
There's got to one up the dissolving.
They really work hard on the death animation of the final boss. I give them that credit. That's awesome.
That was pretty sweet. I'm lost in time.
Irvine wakes up in like the operating system of the Matrix or whatever.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
the
big
white space.
room.
What happened?
Is it over? Let's go. Let's go back to our time.
Oh, is he one of the guys who got killed? Well, I guess
I
we're
think
all...
everyone is here now.
Yeah, everybody's kind of running around this white space, and they all have trails.
Yeah, it's
they're
like
doing
it's
acid.
like a psychedelic sort of like dissociative freak out, you know, like
that part in Godzilla versus Hedra.
yeah, I was trying that's all I could think of, but I was trying to think of one that people would actually know, whatever.
Shut up. Just calm down and think where we have to go. Careful, guys. Don't pick the wrong time.
Whatever you do, don't fall into a time warp. Thanks, Quistis.
They clearly didn't have the time or the budget to like really animate this. So like these characters, while this text is displaying, are just doing like stock animations that they have, like selfies jumping up and down, like Zell is running. It's just like
What does Quistis mean by careful, don't fall into a time warp. Considering what we're looking at right now.
I mean, like, the shit that's about to happen, I mean, I'm not convinced. I mean, what's happening if not that? I don't know. Like,
We're all
It was
just.
so epic, and it's immediately like so stupid again.
It's like an invisible MC Escher painting.
Place. Who I want to be with. I want to go there. Where Squall and I promised.
Ah, she's running with her arms open.
Oh yeah, he was like, just meet me back at the Adia's house. I'll be here.
Mm-hmm.
Or like the field nearby it.
yeah.
And Laguna, Squall! Laguna was like, okay, and when the whole universe explodes, just like think about your friends.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's how
right.
you get back, I
Yeah.
think. I'm an idiot.
He
but
did.
I'm pretty sure
What do you think
that's how it
Squall's
works.
gonna think about?
Squall, let's go home. Where are you?
Oh, but while all of the other characters were in a white space, Squall is in a black space.
Uh-huh.
Where am I? She's in the light and you're in the dark, man.
Yeah, what does that say?
Squall, where are you going?
Oh, Kid Squall. I'm gonna find Sis.
Squall!
Matron.
And then, like, little kid Squall runs by, and then he sees Adia from the past,
Mhm.
like when she was the
matron.
The matron.
And she's like, I'm gonna show you.
And then the background
Squall.
fades into view, and he's in the past when he was a little kid with his
At
matron.
the orphanage.
Okay,
Well,
so
here's-
she showed
here's
up.
Adia.
You were right.
But where's Sid?
Well,
Will we see young Sid?
oh, but it's not.
Excuse me, have you seen the little boy?
You don't have to worry. The boy won't go anywhere.
So he's interacting with her like a
Yeah,
person.
yeah. He's back in time. They were like, "Don't go to the wrong time," and he wasn't listening. I guess
He did what they said not to do.
Fucking dumb shit.
And he tells her like, "Don't worry, the boy's okay." Like knowing that
Yeah.
he's gonna be okay. She's like, "No, but I need to find him."
Poor thing.
What?
Shit.
Get your sword out. You're alive. The bad guy, huh?
The sorceress.
So then Ultimecia appears.
And Squall is standing there next to Adia, like, "Oh shit, she followed me through time."
Uh-huh.
Is this the moment that she
Yes,
infected Adia?
Yes, Matron. We had defeated her.
Matron, stand back.
It's okay. There's no time. No more need to fight.
Okay.
That sorceress is just looking for someone to pass her powers on to.
It's totally
For a giant piece, a sorceress must be free of all her powers. I know, for I'm one too.
Oh, so
I shall take over that sorceress's powers. I do not want one of the children to become one.
So then it turns out the previous sorceress,
The one that Adia had talked about a while back,
is Ultimecia.
having gone back in time and on the verge of death, and she makes this choice in an instant. Like the second that she sees her come through the portal, she's like, "Oh my god, a dying sorceress. Well, here's what they need. I must sacrifice because the children cannot become one."
The implications of this aren't explored at all.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I
can't disappear yet.
Matron!
Squall barely tries to stop this from happening.
Yeah, I mean,
It's the inciting incident of all the bullshit.
I mean, of course, there's like a time loop nonsense thing.
They've been at it since FF1.
Uh-huh.
This is just gonna cause the time loop to loop
Right?
all over
Isn't this
again.
probably what happened? We gotta kill Matron, dog.
Time to slit her throat, Squall. Is this the end?
Most likely.
I guess Ultimecia was absorbed into Adia.
Is this the end?
I don't know what she means by that, because it's obviously the beginning.
Is this the end? Most likely.
You called me matron. Who are you?
And then here is my favorite part. The whole game, we're like, so she just had this idea.
Yeah, to
To
turn
take orphans.
child mercenaries into sorceress killers.
This is actually hilarious because what actually happened was one day she was walking in her garden when something happened that made her lose her mind.
She saw
A
one of
man
her
appeared
orphans
out of
from the future,
yeah, and then a sorceress died and
she was
became
like,
her.
"I must become them."
And
Like,
then,
oh, God
and
damn it.
then her student from the future told her this.
A seed from Ballon Garden.
Oh, this is where they got the idea
Seed?
to do it.
Garden?
Oh, fucking so dumb.
Both garden and seed were your ideas. Garden trained seeds. Seeds are trained to fight sorceresses.
What are you saying?
What are you saying?
Yeah, I don't know. It's too scrappy.
I'll do her.
Okay.
You're that boy from the future? Matron, please return. You do not belong here.
And then little kid Squall runs up.
And he's like, I can't find a loan.
I can't find sis. Am I all alone? Who's he?
I'm your new father.
Nobody. You don't need to know.
It would be helpful if he did, actually.
The only Squall permitted here is you.
What? That would be
She's like-
confusing to hear, too.
Do you know where to go back to? Do you know how? Will you be alright by yourself?
He's
I'll be
elusive.
alright, matron.
She's like, what a dumb gesture.
Because I'm not alone.
Oh, God.
And when he says, I'm not alone, the past recedes away from him and he's back in the black space.
Before he left, he also gave her that stupid salute, you know. So that's why it hasn't changed.
It's
You know,
always been that way.
I'm not alone.
I
I'm not
I
alone.
wanted to see young Sid macking
If I
it.
call out, they will answer. Where is everyone? Renoa, where are you? Zell, Selfie-Questis, Renoa! Am I all alone?
So he said he was not alone, but then he is alone in the dark, and he stumbles around in the dark crying about how he's alone and doesn't know where to go.
Am I just, like, names that used to be? Or what the fuck was that stupid thing he said a while back about, like, I don't want to be memories
I
of
don't
other
want to be
people.
just memories. I don't want to be a story or something.
I don't want to be smeared across time.
Renoa, I want to hear your voice. Which way do I go? I can't make it back alone. Renoa! Am I all alone again? Where am I?
Whoa! Oh,
I'm
boy.
in some kind of TV screen.
So yeah, now we get a fully rendered CG cutscene, and Squall's face like warps like he's being tuned to a frequency, and he appears in like the middle of a desert, and the camera like pulls out, and he's in the desert with no life.
Is he in the middle of a desert?
Yeah, looks like he's in some sort of metaphysical desert.
Well, just wander forward. It's better than the black space you were just in. Look at all those fucking belts.
Yes.
Wander forth, Squall.
So Squall trudges forward.
What if there's just like half an hour of this?
They wasted it all and just like, well, we have this walking sequence for
Like-
Squall. Okay, he's reached a cliff.
Yeah, he finds like a cliff, and it gets like kind of dark, stormy. He turns around and he's on like an island of cliff. Like there's no, it's floating in nothing.
He's on a platform in the middle of nowhere. Where are your friends, Squall? Maybe if you hadn't been such an asshole, they'd be here.
He collapses, tired from all the walking. And then we see Renoa's arm.
Nah, Renoa's gonna find him because they're in love. They gotta hug, dude.
They hugged. They hag.
No, but they gotta do it again.
Renoa is running through a field with kind of dark clouds behind her.
Looking for Squall.
She's got the rings. What's the point of this game if they can't hug forever? You know? Why do we do all this?
How do we find each other in the space-time of our minds?
Well, she's in like a grassy place, and he's in this like.
Rocky place.
You know, I think he's got to take better care of his inner worlds, and that's what I'm getting from this, because this is not a fun place.
Was
to
there
live.
something about this feather at the beginning of the game?
There was. Good eye, Jeff.
Yeah.
Renoa had like a feather in her hand in the beginning first cutscene
Then she let it go, and now a feather falls out of the sky.
towards Squall.
There was something about a flower. She had like flower petals, and they,
Yeah,
here it is. This
okay.
is the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And and Squall appears behind Renoa.
Yeah, he's like standing in the field, but he can't see her face. She's facing away from him.
He's trying to talk, but there's no voice.
She turns to look at him,
And her face is all warped and fucked.
and she's like glitching.
Can they hug forever in this hellish dreamscape that they're gonna live in now? Where time doesn't exist and they flip between memories
And focus is all fucked up.
See each other.
Oh, God.
So then there's a bunch of like flashes of images. You see Cypher for a second real quick, and then it's Renoa.
And then it just keeps replaying a video of when they were at the ball, and she turns and looks at him and like puts her finger to her lips, but it keeps getting more and more fucked up. Like
Yeah.
her face gets more and more disfigured as it happens.
Whoa.
This is cool that there's like a moment that they're reliving over and over again.
Whoa.
But it's all creepy and weird and wrong. So many parallel universes. Univi. Whoa.
There's almost like a carousel movement to the images, and everything's repeating itself over and over again. It's all from the ball.
I'm not even sure what we're supposed to like think this represents, you know?
We're stuck in a moment or something. I don't know.
I'm scared.
Wow. What is that?
It's like the whole game was put through Google's, what is that, the Deep Dream thing?
And then they just start mashing scenes from cinematics throughout the game together into like a psychedelic kaleidoscope that's like noisy and frightening.
Yeah.
And just like.
And there's like the mechanical spider and Quistis's introduction.
Like, I feel like this is what happens. Like, the common bit would be like someone dies and they wake up and they're like, so am I in heaven? And then like the guy they're talking to's voice gets really low. Like, I don't know, but I think you are. And then like everything gets awful.
Yeah,
Whoa,
you have.
oh yeah, here's this. That was that Arc de Triomphe that we were going to assassinate the sorceress from.
I'm pretty sure in lieu of a final cutscene, they made video art out of all the other cutscenes. Like, that's what this is.
This is nuts. This is trippy as fuck.
This is really crazy.
the images crescendo until you see Renoa in a space helmet, and the space helmet shatters, and she's like exposed to space, and then Squall.
He's in the white light now.
What? Did they actually die in outer space?
And all the rest of it was a
That would make
dream.
the most sense. Look, a spaceship.
Yeah. Yeah, what?
And then a white feather falls onto like a white surface.
Don't throw me for a time loop. Don't do that to me.
Oh. So the feather's in a white space. Renoa comes out of the fog.
She's finding him.
I guess
He's waiting
She
there.
walks out of some fog
For her.
onto some ground.
She finds Squall. You think? What the fuck was all of that just happened?
Hey, it's this song. What was it? I don't know. I have no.
Renoa finds Squall's listless body
Yeah,
and picks him up.
he's on. He is not where he said he would be. They are not at the field by Adia's house.
Well, I think now that
He's-
she's gonna hug him, and I think it's gonna become the field.
But he's in like some shit desert.
Yeah, but I think that's like, I seriously think in their minds, it's the same space, except like because she's like open to shit, it's flowery, but his version of it
Okay,
is
you're
all
right,
deserty.
You're right. Yeah, okay.
She finds Squall and passed out.
Oh yeah, and this is again Renoa's mom's song playing.
Eyes on me.
Should I be crying?
I mean, unless you're some kind of monster, Jeff.
She hugs him tight and the world explodes into flowers.
Yeah, like the whole desert. Is he dead?
I
Like
don't know.
she's holding him like he's dead, and she's crying. And when she screams, yeah, light
When she, like,
explodes.
she yells out at a Klingon yell.
and the flowers just erupt out of the ground.
She cried and hugged him, and the world exploded with color and flowers. And the squalls
Oh, you're right.
have
That
been
was a squall.
pushed away.
Storm clouds have receded.
And the butterflies are here. Those are flower petals. The
Yeah.
flower petals are here. Yeah.
but they look like, they're flapping like
Yeah,
butterflies.
yeah.
Those were squalls in the sky.
And now it's clear blue skies.
The feathers symbolize
The love.
but what about the flowers?
Also love.
And fishing symbolizes redemption.
Cypher's fishing.
And then we cut to Cypher, who's taken up fishing.
I guess his mind cleared up, and now he's fishing. He's
What
got
is
like
this
a,
world
he's
where
also got
no
like a
one
child's
ever
bobber.
is held accountable for their crimes? Like, I don't understand this place.
Me either. But I just have one question for you. Do you think Cypher's using like a jig bobber or like a skipper-dee-doo?
I think he's probably got a scroller runker going there.
Those
now,
are
what's great
really
about
great.
those is they go along the bottom, and every now and then they got a ticker in them, so they bounce up out of the water 10
Yeah.
feet in the air. Those are good for the jumpers.
What did you call it? It had a good name.
That's not. I can't. There's no way I can possibly remember that.
With Funyun and Raijin. Good for them.
Yeah, Cypher looks over and Raijin caught a fish, and Cypher's like jealous of him.
If we don't see Sid at one point in this, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Cypher stands up and throws his fishing rod down in anger.
Yeah, Cypher is still a fucking prick.
They caught a fish. Oh, and Funyun kicked Raijin into the water. It's cute. They're all laughing.
Yeah, Funyun sees that Cypher's upset and kicks Raijin into the water for a big laugh between
They
all
all
of them.
laugh. I guess we're happy to see them all doing well.
I can't believe we didn't kill Cypher. That's
bad guys are good again.
unbelievable to me. But hey, this is a world where Odin is like not even questioned for his crimes, so
That's right.
Balam Garden is flying.
Balam Garden flies overhead, and Cypher looks at it like wistfully. He's like, "Ah, yeah.
I remember
Last
high
week
school.
I was insane, and I tried to kill everyone in that place. I killed a good number of them.
Yeah, I did pretty well.
Those times were strange. They're all over now."
And Cypher remembers that time when he almost murdered everybody on it.
In the world, everybody in the universe
and a little
who ever
smile
existed.
cracks on his face.
Yeah. There's
Oh.
Dr. Katawaki.
No, this is Laguna.
Oh, okay.
I've heard season finales of our show before, and we have never been this, like, uninvested in any of it.
Yeah, we cut to Laguna standing in a field. He's wearing khakis and like a button down, like his California president vibe that he
Yeah.
had before. But then it fades to nighttime. He's wearing a different outfit.
Yes.
I don't know if this is all taking place at different times or what they're trying to do here, but he's in a field and he's talking to Rain. So this must be, oh yeah, he's remembering this.
Wait, what is happening?
I don't know. Is Laguna
It's
with
Rain.
Rain? Yeah.
Is she a ghost?
Yeah, he's with Rain in a field now.
I don't know. All time was put correct, you know?
Yeah, I'm like, maybe we saved her or something.
Yeah, like
I
who
don't know.
cares?
But it's not like
I don't know
time
when
was
we are.
wrong and that's why she died. She like, are we in the afterlife now?
Maybe we blew up the world.
I think everyone
Oh, she's
might
putting
be
a ring
dead.
on Laguna's finger.
I think everyone
Or
might
he
be
put a ring
dead,
on her
man.
Yeah, so I guess this is a scene of Laguna proposing to Rain.
So it's a flashback.
It is.
Within this.
Yeah. I'm realizing now that,
God.
like, because they didn't really set this up because we haven't seen that much of Laguna, especially not in cutscenes. But this outfit is like what he's wearing when he's hanging out in Win Hill.
Right.
And then the outfit in the field is what he wears as president. Yeah. So
this is a
he was
flashback
standing in the field. And then a
remembering
flashback happens, but because the CG is so old, like they look like the same person.
Yeah, he's not like he's
it doesn't
demonstrably
it reads
younger.
As like he came back later that day, and this is happening at nighttime.
It's
you know,
like
like
I don't know how to read this other than like we've died and we're trying to learn how to live life without like outside of time now. Like we experience things all at once and in ways that they didn't happen, but it's all real. Even like
Yeah.
like what is
That's
this?
what that part where Renoa was like being all like looking like a demon.
Right, it
and
was like his
repeating
consciousness
over and over
going
again.
like, "Where is my body?" And just like
We're actually looking at the big hug between Laguna and Rain. Their game's hug.
I guess this is the game's way of telling you that Laguna is Squall's dad.
Is this how would I ever?
Well, you
what-
would. I mean, it's like a tiny piece of a puzzle you still have to put together. Of like, well, they were married, huh? You never said that, so yeah, that's all you get out of that.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, you're supposed to. This is supposed to be like a reveal of something.
oh, love is the theme. I don't know what's happening. You know, watching this now, I can see why people are going like, oh wait, no, he's just going to her grave.
Yeah.
We fade back to the present day, and Laguna's in the field, and there's a lone grave in the middle of a gigantic field of
Did
flowers.
he just bury her on a hill somewhere?
Yeah.
He was just fantasizing.
Isn't that sweet?
What a chill dude.
Truly. I mean, they went for it with this FMV, dude.
I just want to point out, they're like milking this scene of Laguna looking at Rain's grave, and it's as though he's letting something off of his chest. But like, to us, Rain is a woman who he knew for a brief time in his life after the army, and then like left, and then she died in a car
Yeah.
like.
Well, now he's looking at her grave.
Okay, great.
They did, but like, it's so boring. Also, what's happening?
I couldn't.
Alone is here.
Yeah, Laguna turns, and on the hillside are Kiros, Ward, and Alone, who's like waving to him.
And there's Ward and Kiros.
Okay, so they're fine.
I'm proud of myself for knowing most of the characters' names.
Yeah.
By the end of the game instead of at the end of editing it. And the school flies over their heads.
Yeah, and then Balam Garden flies off into the distance over Laguna.
And we fade down.
Okay. The executive producer Sakaguchi. Kitase directed. Nobuo did the music. Oh, here's a little postscript.
Yeah, so the credits start playing.
Yeah, I mean, so the big, beautiful CG cutscene is about fucking Cypher and Fujin and Raijin, and
Yeah,
then
what?
Laguna looking at Rain's grave. Because over the credits, like, another little cutscene plays, and this
Yeah.
is like a home video camera of Selfie wandering around a party at the garden.
Yeah, is it the Garden Festival? Maybe.
It could be a festival. They're having an after party at the
We're
garden.
back at the garden seeing rooms that don't exist in the actual game. It's that, like, ballroom and stuff.
Yeah, so this is what we get. Instead of any kind of, like, any resolution to anything, really.
We get a cutscene of everybody having a
they
party
have a
back
party.
At the garden, and it's got one of those, like, 90s video camera qualities where there's, like, a record thing in the corner and a battery indicator and a time code.
Selfie's got
Is
a
it a
video
postscript,
camera?
or is this like before, or what's...
They're at a...
I bet they're at Squall and Renoa's wedding.
Oh, I bet they are.
No, this is just a school
This
event.
is just a nondescript party.
Irvine's putting the moves on Quistis, showing her his dance moves.
Quistis is smiling. Irvine's being Irvine.
Yeah.
You know how he is.
Wait, are Quistis and Irvine together? I thought
They're playing around with each other.
I thought Selfie and Irvine were gonna. I thought he was like into Selfie.
Selfie, your battery is almost dead. What are you doing?
Stressful.
Replace the battery on your goddamn camera. There's Sid. There's Sid.
But he didn't say anything.
He showed up.
I'm gonna give you
What was the
half
bet?
credit.
What was the bet?
I'm giving you half credit. This isn't
What
even
was
in the
the
game.
bet?
You said he would say.
I mean, he's speaking right now.
You said he would say.
He's saying things right now to Quistis. He's got a glass of champagne in his
giving
hand,
you-
and he's going, "You did it, Quistis. You really brought the team
Are
together."
you really arguing that this is an
I bet
appropriate?
you we did it.
This is a.
We did it.
This
Sid.
is
Sid's
a
here.
sane send off for Sid.
Sid is right here.
Like, how is this a conclusion?
This is here in the game in the finale. He's toasting with a glass of wine. We're graduating from high school.
And wouldn't you know it, Sid is like, "Oh, hey, come on over," and he's motioning to somebody off screen, and it's Matron.
Adia's here.
She's back in her old outfit again.
Yeah, she's just wearing the normal black dress.
She walks over
Are
and
we
he like
supposed to be
puts his hand on the
fucking
small of her
happy?
back like it's a cocktail party. I don't know. Yeah, we are. You hear the music.
Okay.
I wish this was a
there's
graduation
Adia.
ceremony. How funny would that be?
It might be. It could be. I don't know. What is this?
Sid and Adia is there. I think you're right. We're gonna see at the end of this Squall and Renoa, and then right when they go to hug, right before it, fucking Selfie's gonna run out of battery, and she's never gonna forgive herself.
Or he's just gonna be like, "This is no time to hug. Everybody's watching."
Everybody's here gathered for our
She's
love.
wearing Irvine's hat. Who the fuck are they?
Other seeds, whatever. And Selfie's not into that.
And then we cut over to Zell, and we've heard that like the hot dogs in this game in the Japanese version were all like yakisoba pan or whatever, right? It's like the sweet bread.
I thought it was ramen.
I think we've heard both of these things, actually. And I think it's actually supposed to be the sweet bread, not ramen. And so right now, we look over at Zell, and he is chowing down on not hot dogs because they didn't make a CG cutscene where he's eating hot dogs. But it's like, it's obvious he's supposed to be eating the hot dogs. This is supposed to be the big Zell moment where he gets a hot dog.
I can't speculate about what's supposed to happen or not, but I didn't get a moment where Zell ate a hot dog. That's all I know.
Well, theoretically, that's what we're looking
That's
at
not,
right now.
no, there it isn't. He doesn't have a hot dog in his hand. The word hot dog appeared a million times. We chose to save the hot dogs.
He's got sweet bread.
You can't just have representational hot dogs.
There's Zell and the pigtail. The girl with the they call it a pigtail, but it's a ponytail.
It's a ponytail. And Zell is just eating so much food.
Because that's what he did all throughout the game, right?
Is he he's choking.
He's choking. That's not how you do that. You got a Heimlich.
Selfie and Quistis have no idea how to save somebody from choking. What the fuck? That was weird.
Oh, and we get a quick glimpse of Angelo running by in the background, and Selfie's like, "Come here, Angelo, come on."
So is everything just fine?
Renoa's on the balcony.
Yeah, Selfie is like, "Go film the thing," because Irvine had taken the camera, and he like pans over, and you see Renoa for a second, and something's about to happen, and then what do you know?
The battery dies.
She ran out of battery.
I
ran
guess
out
you're
of fucking
supposed to
battery.
assume that she's talking to Squall.
Yeah, I think you are supposed to assume that. What party was that?
They were all just celebrating that everything's cool now, I guess.
So now we're just getting the rest of the credits.
Uh-huh.
There's gonna be a post-credits scene.
Great.
How did they make it back?
I think they remembered their friends and they returned to their time. Because remember, Adia said to Squall when she, in the lighthouse or whatever, in that little flashback, like,
You know how to get back?
You know how to
And
get
he
back,
didn't
and
say
was like-
yes.
He didn't say yes, but I think he did know how to get back. He obviously did. How funny would it be if the reason that they didn't show him is you're supposed to think, like, maybe Squall didn't make it back, and everybody else did make it back, but Squall's, like, lost.
We cut to the garden floating in the moonlight, and it's a really beautiful shot as the garden flies off into the moonlight.
Okay, please show me something like...
The garden is floating
Coherent.
beautifully in the evening. This is really well rendered.
The camera flies around and finds Renoa's there on the balcony.
Yeah,
And-
this is like the rest of the scene we didn't get to see because the camera died.
Yeah, this is literally just the moments at the party after the camera died.
Like, I'm a little confused. Did Adia, like, did Ultimecia not take over Adia? Was that not a time loop? Was that actually a conclusion of... Was that a resolution to the whole thing?
I think so.
They gotta hug one last time, motherfuckers.
She's looking out at the stars on the beautiful balcony. She looks up. See, this is the moment. Oh, and the reveal is...
I don't know if you guys can believe this, but Squall made it back too, and he's there on the balcony next to Renoa.
And he smiles for the first time in the entire fucking game.
Hug her! They're hugging.
There we go. Are they gonna kiss? Holy
Oh
shit.
my god.
Wow, what
How
a
adult.
character progression.
They
Wow,
kiss.
you know, he's really come a long way.
On the observation deck of the garden. Man, fuck you, Squall.
You're the worst.
And the camera pulls back out to show the garden flying off into the moonlight again.
Hey, kiss counter is at 1.
What do you know?
This is a beautiful final image, if this is, I
Well, I
presume.
mean, throughout the game, they had some amazing cinematic moments. They just didn't really have the, you know, it wasn't backed up
The
as far
garden
by the
heading up
plot.
to the moon.
The end. Final Fantasy
The
VIII.
end.
And yeah, in very 1999 fashion, the end on this is just like a tramp stamp. It's like
It's got
straight
wings on
up-
both sides.
It has like
butterfly.
doodled wings, like angel wings, with one of those. I don't even know what you call it, like the fancy stylized underlining under the cursive text.
Yes, that.
Like it's like a symmetrical pattern that makes a line that points straight down to your asshole.
1999
I should
square.
get that tattooed on my small on my back.
Let's let's get a picture in front of us. Well, we can't. God damn it! It went away. It went away. Well, we do have it recorded. We can put it up on the screen.
That's true. We can do that.
Yeah.
So now we're just looking at the main menu,
Mm-hmm.
decompressing from a crazy game.
It's over.
Oh man,
Oh!
that's quite a game. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
I especially like Disc 3 a lot.
Disc 3 was a good
Once
time.
you get into just like you can go everywhere, you got it all.
It had some pacing issues.
Oh yeah, the plot was garbage. Like there's
Well, also
almost,
just as a game, it had pacing issues. Like not just the story. I mean, like
Disc 2.
like we would,
the
well, we would
first
like
half
we
of
would
Disc 2.
we
was
would
like,
get the Balan Garden going and be like, "Fuck yeah, we could drive this thing around," and then it would be like 2 or 3 hours of like, now you got to do
Being
other
in
shit.
the- yeah.
Before, you know.
No, it has issues.
Triple Triad was great. I think it's 8 days of Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah.
That's
How
the thing.
how
it
long
really-
was our runtime?
Well, our last save file, which was what, like probably an hour or two
It was
before?
like 60 hours.
Yeah.
So like 61 hours.
60 to 61 hours, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Level 73.
So like about as long as 7 should have been, right?
Yes.
And then we
Exactly.
spent like another like 40.
Yeah, much like the Emerald Weapon grind, we didn't do the card selection. The whole card quest,
Yeah.
which we'll do in the bonus.
That's a hell of a journey. I mean, it feels like a complete ass Final Fantasy.
That's
game.
even like a Final Fantasy game with a story that's not good. That's how you should feel at the end. Is you're like, yeah, we went like so many places.
Yeah,
and
you're
by
like, I'm
the
very
end,
full.
yeah, by the
I feel
end,
very full.
Very full. By the end, we were fucking badasses.
Yes. Yes. Oh,
Yeah, that's a good one.
that was a really
It's
good
a
one.
really good one.
Now what? On to the...
We're gonna watch it all again.
We're gonna watch it all again.
Yeah, we're
And
gonna-
then we're gonna edit it and
all
stuff.
60 hours of it.
Good work.
FF8.
Another Final Fantasy in the bag.
Down the tubes.
Down the old gullet.
Yeah. Flushed.
Alright, I'm gonna stop recording.
Yeah.
And that's it. Episode 43 and season 6 as a whole.
Ultimecia is dead.
Yep.
Whatever that or not. She's in a dia in the past. I mean, there's a
It either
time
happened
loop,
again or it didn't.
or something happened that
Or it happened again, but it's okay.
because now we're through it, and so it all turned out okay anyway.
We all went back to Garden and we flew around. Like, what's supposed to be happening now? Are we still students? Like,
No, we graduated at the beginning of the game.
But
We run the fucking school, man.
so,
We're gonna go
but I mean,
find
like,
orphans.
What are we? Okay,
Turn them into warriors.
So- and
I don't
fight
know.
who?
Man. I have no
like,
idea.
what now?
I mean, we might
for
as
life?
well take over the world since we've left it without any functional governments, and all the people responsible are on this ship. Like everyone who's
God.
like Idea, a woman like I mean,
Oh my
I know
God.
she was taken over by Ultimecia, but to the
Right.
rest of the world,
No.
she's like a tyrant.
Odin is still out there. With a
Laguna,
job.
just not at. I mean, what's going on at S?
Hey, you know what's great is radio waves are back, and now you can make
Yeah.
TV.
You know, something that's crazy about this game, I'm just realizing, is like the destruction of the world is kind of like incidental. Like, it's not that that's really, like, the state of the
Yeah.
world doesn't matter. Like, Galbadia could still be steamrolling, like, trying to take shit over. Like, Esthar could be
Yeah.
fucked up. It does not
The
matter.
Galbadians. Like,
Yeah.
at a certain point,
The
like,
Galbadians.
who was in charge of the Galbadians was like, when
From the beginning.
Idea like kills that president, and then she's in charge from then on of the Galbadians, I guess, and Cypher's in charge of them through her.
You never get a sense of like the Galbadians as a people have a goal of taking over of anything.
Yeah.
You don't know like what the
Everything
point
is like a puppet for this half-written story.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, man,
Well, let's think for a second.
what a
like,
terrible game.
any memorable moments for you through the game? Like, what sticks out?
God, so much of it just makes me so angry. I mean, what sticks out the most is just how terribly told the story is.
That's the
so
thing.
uncompelling and bad.
I think
and
the
like,
answer is different now after analyzing every beat of this
I
fucking game
could
for a
say
year
it's really
versus
cool
what
when
you
the
thought at
school
the end.
takes off. I know,
Right,
But like
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
What sticks out to me the most is like how there in the audio at the end, I was like, it's actually a really good one. No, this is like terrible.
It's
this game.
pretty crazy how you were saying that and you meant it.
Well, the thing
You meant it at the
is,
time.
like, playing it is not so bad, but you spend most of it not really playing it. You're really like reading a terrible, terrible story most of the time.
That's the thing. It's like truly, going back to season 1, we were talking about an unexamined life, Is the act of examining your life what makes it worth living? If we had started with this game, we would have been like, sometimes
let's
examining
never
your
do this
life
again.
is a waste of
It's
your
totally
time and makes you
pointless.
angry.
Yeah, like
And honestly, I think that is a lesson. Like, I do think that that's true
you think
sometimes.
this was a waste of time?
Not really. No, I think we had a good time. We made a show that was
At this
hopefully
point,
entertaining.
people are listening to the show,
But I
so
mean-
we're like,
but I
the
mean-
motivation is totally different.
Like, what I got out of earlier seasons, I really felt something out of the lessons that we were pulling out of the game. Because,
yeah, there was definitely at least a deeper layer to analyzing like a worthwhile story
Right.
and like all of that.
I felt rewarded
I did
by
too,
doing it.
and yeah, it was fun. It was
And
way
this is
more
just
fun to
like-
do.
this was so awful to overanalyze.
Oh yeah, I gotta say, like this was a very difficult season to get through, just because like coming back to this game day after day at a certain point was just like this. I mean, especially early on, like before
Right.
it gets really crazy and
my
it
God,
just
yeah,
sucks,
those were really
and we
tough.
couldn't talk about anything.
Yeah, we were like, how do we say anything? It's not like we're
just
setting
sitting
anything
there
up.
looking at this game, going like, "Can you believe this fucking game?"
Yeah.
like.
feels like so
sitting
long
there
ago.
going like, they all grew up together, and everybody around them knows it. Everybody.
You know what?
Like
You know what
screaming.
sticks out is the fucking orphanage
What
scene.
sticks out is the orphanage scene. That's what sticks out the most.
And
yeah.
Norg not existing
Oh
to
my
me for
god.
some reason.
Oh
really,
my god.
that's
All of the
stuck in my
obviously
craw.
cut content sticks out.
That's the other thing is
Um,
I don't think I've ever seen something so obviously grand in intentional scope, and then like it's not like they pared it down to hit something that they could do.
Because the thing
they
is,
just didn't finish it.
You know, with 7, everyone's like, "Oh, there's parts of 7 you can tell aren't quite done,"
which is totally true.
Which is, but it's
There's
like those
tons
are
to complain about. In
those
7.
are things where they were reaching for even grander things.
Right.
This is like they couldn't even get the basic shit done.
Well, also, every time we dug into some little thing in FF7, I felt rewarded by what we found by digging.
No, totally.
In so many different ways.
And in 6, too.
And just like, you know, the whole spoilers for 7, when Cloud turned out to have never been in Soldier, like, the way that all plays out is so satisfying to re-experience.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a game about time compression and time loops, and nothing is set up or paid off. And every time you start digging into like, oh, what's the history of the Timber Maniacs? You're like, they never figured this shit out.
No.
Like, for some reason, even stuff that wasn't figured out in 7, I still felt rewarded for looking into them because there was some kind of way of reconciling it because the rest of the world was actually complete. But in this, you're just like, you assholes don't have an answer.
There are so many things, too, that you're like, wow, what a weird and strong choice to make for no reason. Like, you know, like we were reading through a bunch of extra shit, and there's like this thing in the game that it's like, oh yeah, Moombas remember people by tasting their blood, and it just says that, and you're like, why would you even bother writing this down?
You know what? That's actually all in the bonus season.
Yeah, we
and
find all this shit
I
in
want
the
to
bonus
drop
season.
in a little bit of audio of us reading the Laguna diary at the...
Yeah, because there's some hilarious shit we find in the Timber Maniacs.
We go back to the console and we actually read everything.
Yeah.
And then we find even more buried in menus that aren't even in the game.
Yeah, we find like text files inside of our tutorial menu that like are like outlines of early concepts. It's like
It's
weird
so
shit about
funny.
the game's world.
So let's drop a little of that.
Yeah.
In the tutorial, there is a thing called information.
Uh-huh.
Within that, there's another thing called information,
Right?
which should be labeled battle meter shit.
Uh-huh.
Because within this, you have the battle report, which is this, and the GF report, which is this, and the character report. So like, and then if you go to person, you get this list, which has the Great Hind and the White Seed
Some
ship.
of these are not even people. Like,
And Dr. Odian, with the cooperation of a sorceress, became the first sorceress researcher, analyzed the sorceress magic, and created a method enabling a regular human to use paramagic. Balamgarden uses the principle of paramagic, combining it with GF's power. Like, Moomba is a mutation of some unknown animal. Details are unclear.
remembers people by licking their blood? What?
This is so good. And now they have shit about the radio interference, the truth about the garden.
If you want to hear more of that, all of the bonus season, go to patreon.com/nocat. That'll be airing now. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that game.
Where do we rank it?
At the bottom. I put it at the bottom.
Below, are we pretending that 2 doesn't
I think
exist
that would
anymore?
be
Are we-
silly to keep doing. I think
Yeah.
for the sake of listeners 10 years down the line,
Yeah.
we should stop pretending we didn't play 2. We played 2 and we didn't finish it and we didn't like it at all. But the
it's
thing
still-
is, like...
Well, it was so... Doing that season, although it sounded like we were having a terrible time, it was so short. Like, we got
but it was
done
a terrible
compared to this.
game, but that's because it was an old game and a
Right.
broken game, but it was like...
It wasn't like it didn't make sense.
I don't know. It's real. They're both really hard to judge judge. They're both really bad.
If you were to ask me which game do you want to play more right now, Final Fantasy VIII or Final Fantasy II, the answer is Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah, but that's just because it's easier to play through. Like, it's not hard at all.
What is
like,
a
2 is
better
like,
video game?
I think 2 is in like taken on its. I don't know.
We didn't even see the end of the. That's the thing. 2's broken in its own way.
Like, man, I don't know. They're both really bad. I just think this one is so insulting, and it's so long, and it makes so little sense. It's like,
well, that's the other thing. Which would I feel better about going back and over analyzing more? I would do 2
I'd
again.
rather analyze 2. This is
there
like
was a story there to follow and characters, then you could like add in a bunch of cool shit. But this is like upsetting.
I mean,
story structure fucking matters.
Barely finished. It's like so barely finished that it's like, dude, I mean, just like nothing happens in this game and it's 60 hours long somehow. And like
add on an extra like 25 hours if you do the triple triad shit.
Oh my god. I think I got to put it at the bottom just because I can't even say what the game is about, It's like
yeah, I know 2 was about punishment. It's a tough choice. Above that was what? Like then 4 above 2 and 8, and then 6, and then 7
You know
at the
what?
top.
I mean, we've never ranked them on their own merits, like going like, well, at the time they came out, if what we would rather replay, a gun to our head, is 8, then I think 8 has to go above 2, and it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
They both are really bad. They're at the bottom. I would never play either of them again.
Yeah.
I never want to see them ever again.
I just want to drop again the audio that we heard earlier of you saying as we finished it,
I know.
that was really good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was a really
It's a really good one.
What the fuck?
What magic trick was
Now you see what's going to be
cast
worth
upon you?
investigating about this experience is that like the roller coaster of liking
Right.
it and hating it based on
Because at the beginning of this season, we came on in voiceover and we assured people that we liked this game. And
yeah,
then
at the
as
beginning of
we-
the season I did, but as I watched it again,
Yeah.
I grew to hate it even more.
So it was true when we said it, but also like in the larger scheme of truth, it was never true.
The theme is love. And what we've learned is that love is temporary.
Oh my god.
There was a time
Fuck,
when I
man.
loved this game, Jeff. That time is gone.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think Squall and Renoa make it.
Yeah, what like bullshit was happen after this?
I don't know.
Like what would the life be like?
I don't know.
Do they
He
go
can't
get a
remember
farm
anything
somewhere?
because he's got a head full of GFs.
Yeah.
and so does she.
It's all fucking
Sid and
insane.
Adia probably kill them. They probably like euthanize them.
I mean,
And then start with a whole new batch of kids. That's what I think. I mean, that's the other thing is like so many of the main characters are so morally fucked up and no one ever comments on it. You just start to feel like, wait, who's the good guy? Like, what
you
the
know what
fuck
would have
is
been
this
fun
about?
is if at the very, very end of the cutscene, like Squall and Renoa have a baby, and they're like, let's name it Ultimecia.
I would have been down
Our
with that.
baby's gonna rule the future.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I guess it goes 7, 6,
4,
4,
8,
8,
and then 2.
2.
That's where
7,
it stands.
6, 4, 8, 2.
That's 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, we forgot about 1. 1 is above 2.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
and below
knew we
4.
were forgetting 1.
It's like, that's not 6.
I was like, yeah, there's something. Haley is fed up with this
Yeah, she wants the
podcasting
ball.
bullshit.
She's like, usually we're on the couch by now, but we're going long today because we have such a lot of work to do, get this season finished.
So, yeah,
is there anything else to
7,
say about 8?
6, 4, 1, 8, 2.
Yeah, 8 is below 1.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
So
Absolutely.
you would rather sit down and play Final Fantasy 1 because that's the metric you just went off of.
Jesus Christ, I can't do that. But I think it's better, though, don't you?
I do think Final Fantasy 1 is better than 8.
Well, I'm doing the metric of we're using our feelings, and then on this one I'm using a different feeling than on the other one, and that's how it is, all right? I can't explain all of my emotions. Can you?
That's the thing. It does feel like
Feels
it should
right,
go
doesn't
below
it?
1.
Yeah, it's just
Even though I would absolutely replay it before I would replay 1.
yeah.
You know what? No, we can't do that. We can't say that we liked 1 more than we liked 8.
That's just not true.
It's not
I
true.
think we're just overly mad at 8 right now. Okay, so what's the final order?
Right now, at the bottom is 2,
2,
and then 1, then 8, then 4, 6, and 7.
Yeah.
We put 7 at the top, right?
Yes.
Yeah. There you go.
I can't believe that's really it.
That's where we're at.
I wonder where 3 would land.
Well, speaking of 3, what are we doing next?
Who knows?
We flipping a coin? I mean, back in a world where we were going to maintain the idea that we never did season 5, we were going to like flip a coin and do 2 or whatever we wanted to do next. And then we were going to have future us fix the coin flip so we never do 2. And then it was just going to be whatever we picked. Because at a certain point we decided we're just going to pick whatever we want to do next instead of doing a fucking coin flip shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to play 9.
Then I think we'll play 9 next, probably.
I think let's do 9. Then we could talk about doing 3 and 5 or something, but I'm probably going to want to do 10 after that because I'm excited to get to 10.
I really want to do 5. I
Yeah,
might, because
I'm
I
really
was
curious
about to
about
say,
that.
like, let's do 5, but if you want to
Hey,
do 9, let's
you wanna
do
do
9
5?
and then 5.
I mean, I'm so curious about 9.
I'm
I know
like
nothing
more
about
excited to play 9. You know,
Okay.
it's just like I'm curious about 5 because I've never played it.
Right.
But I think I 9 was the first one I ever beat myself when I was a kid.
it. All right.
Like it came out and I actually beat the final boss because I didn't beat Sephiroth ever,
Right.
and I was like, "Whoa, I'm old enough to beat a video game now."
Mhm.
And I would love to replay that.
Well, 9 is next. There's going to be a longer than normal break between seasons this time, and we're sorry about that, guys, but we will be coming back.
Yeah, and in the meantime, we're going to be trying to put out as much side content as we can for our Patreon supporters.
Yes, we're going to be doing things on Twitch and on Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause we can maybe at that point be. I think when this airs, we'll probably be wanting to start FF14 for real.
Yeah, I mean, we can cut it maybe, but should we just say here, like, and we have some plans, we don't know exactly how, but because it would be impossible to do a regular season about Final Fantasy XIV, and because it is ongoing,
And because you really, really
well,
want to play
it's
it.
more fun. We should play it while other people are playing
Yeah, no,
it.
for sure.
Instead of doing a proper season for that, we're going to at some point in the future begin playing it.
On Twitch.
And streaming it on Twitch and doing that as our exploration of that game.
We'll do it like a very specific
Yeah, we'll make sure
schedule,
to always do it on the same day.
but we'll figure out the details of that plan later. That's probably going to be going on during the off season.
Yeah, a lot of people ask us what our plan is for 14, and we finally are going to say our plan is just to play it on Twitch.
Yeah.
And anyone can watch the VODs of that.
And that can just happen
And that
anytime
can just
without-
be ongoing
Yeah.
because that game seemingly does not have an end.
And then when it's time to do the next season, we can still probably keep that going.
Exactly. We'll figure out, we'll either put
Yeah.
that on a back burner or whatever we have to do, but we're just going to start playing that and recording it, and that will be how we do that.
Just to be clear, all that stuff about FF14 and tactics and Fantasian Part 2, that may not come for a little while after this. Like, we're going to do those things before the end of this year. All that stuff is going to happen, but not necessarily right away. There's a lot that we've got to do too. Because there's also the bonus season, which is gigantic and beginning now on Patreon, and will be going on for the next, 4 months.
Oh, and I should clarify, at some point in the far future when we start 14, we're planning to just stream that for everyone. That's not Patreon
Right, that's
only.
on Twitch, not on Patreon.
Yeah. But the Patreon...
I know it gets confusing.
Yeah, we'll re-record this, whatever. The Patreon... yeah, we're going to have a lot of bonus season for Patreon, as well as some full playthroughs of side Final Fantasy games and related titles.
And then Final Fantasy XIV will be just like Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is over on Twitch for free.
Yeah, we're going to just stream that.
So that's the immediate future plans. We will be back for Season 7 properly in longer than normal, but we will be back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but before we go, do you want to check in one last time online and see if there's any messages for us.
I'm ready to go onto the internet one more time and then never see it ever again.
We're done with the internet after this forever. So let's log in and hear that horrible noise for the final time.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in. There's a message. The message is from Scott Hughes.
Scott!
Longtime message getter and friend of the show. Scott says, I wanted to take this time to thank Jeff and Ryan. The past few years have been immensely hard for me, as I know they have for a lot of you. I've gone through illness, bankruptcy, divorce, the deaths of loved ones, and 100 other things. But during this bad time in my life, I found the No Cat podcast. Around then, one of the traumatic events I experienced was the death of my childhood best friend, Will, with whom I had spent countless hours playing Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VIII. These 2 seasons of No Cat have been and will continue to be extremely special to me. Your podcast, intended to make your listeners laugh along as you played through some awesome and terrible and awesomely terrible JRPGs, has had a profound positive impact on my life, and I cannot thank you enough. I know others are out there struggling with issues related to their mental health, so I also wanted to use this time to point them to some outlets that can help. The Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration National Helpline at 1-800-622-HELP, which is 4357, and the National Suicide Prevention Line at 1-800-273-8255. Again, Jeff and Ryan, thank you so much, Scott Hughes.
Wow, Scott. Thank you so much for listening along. It warms my heart and blows my mind that it can have that much of a positive effect on people.
Yeah, that really means a lot to me.
Mm-hmm.
The reason that I started wanting to make things was to provide stuff, hopefully like that, to people, and it just is really amazing that anybody is having that response to this show.
Yeah, I'd say I should investigate why I make things, but I love it when it affects, because when we started doing this certainly wasn't what I had in mind. I thought I wanted to make people laugh.
Yeah. We wanted to explore our own experiences, but we've gotten a couple of other messages that are kind of in that vein, and it just means so much.
But yeah, we all go through hard times and mental illness, and you have to take care of yourself. And we don't bring it all up here, but we go through things ourselves.
Yeah.
And this podcast, we just try to distill all of the good things that we love in our life into it, and to give it out to you.
It's a therapy for us.
Yeah.
It's keeping us sane.
Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, it's been a crazy journey for us, and I'm glad that we get to be a part of other people's journeys, even though unless you write in and tell us, we have no idea.
Yeah.
You're out there in space, floating along.
We really appreciate that message, Scott.
Receiving the signal. And this whole thing has helped me through so much too, and made my life great. If you had told me I would be getting paid $25 to say thank you to myself several years ago,
I wouldn't have believed you.
I wouldn't have believed you.
I would have said, get out of my house.
It's all thanks to Scott Hughes and the rest of you and people like him that we've gotten to this point. It's a big circle. It feels one-sided because we're the loud part.
Right.
But it comes back, and that's why we keep going.
Thank you so much. And with that, let's go back out of the online world.
We'll see you all at some point.
If you're interested in a message, you're too late. But next season we'll have some shit.
Follow us on Twitter, and when we're ready to start accepting new messages, we'll put the word out.
We will.
Mm-hmm. But until then, we will not be accepting new messages in advance until we have some idea of how long the season will be.
Yeah, that's how that will be. Thank you so much to everybody who supported us this season by getting a message.
You're the true heroes of time. You've compressed our lives into Final Fantasy and made us one with it somehow or something. This metaphor sucks shit.
Thank you to everybody who bought a shirt or a mug.
Yes.
And supports us on Patreon. Every way that you guys support the show really means a lot and really matters.
We're gonna try to make it all of the things you've done for us worthwhile, and I know you hate it when we're gone, so we're gonna keep it going for the bonus season. So go sign up at Patreon if you hadn't. I know we've said that a billion times.
Yeah,
now,
no,
but,
we've got the word out. I think
I'm not gonna get to say it for another who knows how long.
It's gonna be a while before we're here in this public feed.
Yeah,
of the podcast.
Shit, it's gonna be a long time before we're sitting at these microphones.
That's crazy.
Like
to think about.
two assholes with a podcast. You getting angry about video games. Same as it ever was and whatnot. Once in a lifetime.
I think
go by.
because it's going to be a longer than normal wait, we're not going to be able to do the usual teaser trailer of the next season that comes as the final dessert of the season. So instead, here's more of a taste of the bonus season that you'll be able to hear over on patreon.com/nocat. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, I didn't mean to do it.
It was fate. I can't quite explain if this page is dedicated to Laguna. No, actually, I call him Sir Laguna. He is such a hunk, at least that's what I think.
But hold on. They're making another Tron, right?
Are they?
I thought so.
I haven't heard about that.
And if so, is it like about the last guy from the last one is in the arcade machine now? Nothing about a new Tron.
I'm not in the right part of the internet.
Oh.
Quite obvious that Adina despises seed and wants to get rid of Garden, which trains the seed.
God, what a pointless fucking thing!
Anyway, after I heard about the missiles, I just couldn't stand still, so I asked our leader, Squall, who did a great job, by the way, to divide up the party so that one team could infiltrate the missile base.
She's like, so then I told our leader what to do. By the way, he's doing a great job.
The two teams were the messenger team and the missile base team. I was on the missile team and was messing around with the computers to save Garden. I heard it was a close call, but as long as we're safe, right? Wait, you heard it was a close call?
Jeff, do you realize that if you chose a different team, this would be entirely different?
But if she was there. How would she hear that it was a close call?
So we're gonna find this fisherman in Balam and get his rules. We still haven't done one fucking thing.
We're off to a riveting start of the bonus season.
Things are gonna move at this pace.
But we're just gonna enjoy ourselves. Like I'm just gonna lay back in the cut.
Forwards. I'm gonna leave Balam and come back.
Booyaka!
It's a lingo. Oh, so we're going backwards.
But we were going forwards for a while.
No, we must not have been.
When we go over this footage, I'm going to prove to you that we were going forwards for a
Okay,
while.
prove it to me, big man. Prove it to me right now.
Well, I'll prove it to you later because it's recorded.
That was for editing.
Okay, good. Yeah, do it, future Jeff. I wanted to show you two other things. Well, first of all is the Timber TV station where it says, all forms of communication now use HD cables. No radio transmissions are used. The Timber TV station keeps its radio systems waiting for the day radio transmission is restored. It's just so funny.
I keep my wands around, waiting for them to turn the magic back on.
Yeah. What?
Reading all of this makes me go even more like, then how did we end up with this thing that seems to be about absolutely none of this? You know what I mean?
I know!
Like, if this is a list of the most important major concepts in the game, why is less than half of this in the game?
I don't know. I don't know.
What, you got grape nuts?
I got grape nuts.
Dude, I got frosted flakes.
I know, I didn't realize that there wasn't enough milk.
You weren't gonna... Oh shit, now you're really fucked.
Well, it's like, I poured some milk on, like I tried to give you half and me half, and it just like,
No.
look at this. There's
No, it
no
becomes
milk
a
in
sludge.
there.
No, you
It's
need way
not
more
even
milk.
a sludge.
Well, you have to wait.
I can't even tell that it's wet.
That was a big mistake.
It's all good.
I mean, what we wanted to do was pick up Dalit's rules, though.
Right, did I not do that?
No, you have to talk to her until she doesn't want to mix rules, and then play her, and then you just take her rules.
God, no, I'm fucking
What
up.
the fuck is going on? Like, you took the controller from me, and then you went and mixed rules with Dalit. Now, we can't get Dalit's rules now.
No, you'd have to reload because you've changed the rules here by spreading plus here. Maybe if we get enough STDs in this place, one of them will kill the other one.
That's what I'm hoping. That's what I think we're doing here. Let's go to Trabia, see what fresh chlamydias they have in store.
Hey, Jeff, check this out. I got
Okay, yeah.
a deck of cards, and on top, there's a 6 of clubs.
Is there a 6 of clubs?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put it in the middle.
I mean, it looked like you were holding 2 cards just now.
Ah, well, it's on top still.
You don't say.
We're gonna have to do all those chocobo for us.
I know.
We're not gonna finish this today, are we?
I don't think so. We would have if we didn't get hung up in
that fucking comment 2 hours earlier.
Yeah. Well, we would have had a shot at least.
Fuck.
What peninsula am I looking for?
It's the Heath Peninsula.
I'm on it. Nothing's happening. It's a miracle I fucking found it.
It should have happened by now.
Everyone says you don't have to leave the screen. It just happens randomly.
With like a what? Oh my god, we're in!
Dude, see?
Take me out of the Final Fantasy. I don't want to be this deep.
This is so shitty.
You
What is
kidding
the what's the thought behind that?
And now we have just enough cash.
Oh my god,
for
it's gonna
5.
take all of our money! We never spend money on anything! That's like all the money from the whole game!
This is why if we had made money one time less today, we wouldn't have the money.
God damn it.
We have just enough for 5.
I mean, God, your
What?
plan is beautiful and ineffable, and we could not have known
Ineffable.
that we needed to walk
Ineffable
that,
it is.
that far.
So you're in the Forest of Fun, Rand.
Is that what this is?
Yep. It's the challenging Chocobo Forest.
Okay.
Chocoboy's clue is Choco bowling with 4 bottles and 1 ball. Now, if you want to make heads or tails of whatever this table is here, it might be helpful to you.
What in God's name are you looking at?
I don't know. I'm fucking starving.
This is why I like chocobos, even though they always are goddamn horrible. Because then they make them dance, and I forget.
And then I'm
Because
like,
I'm an
yay.
idiot.
I'm an idiot who forgets what I had to do to get here. She has a 12.5% chance of coming back, but she also has a 12.5% chance of going back to Windhill. She's probably going to FH though.
You're taking risks you don't need to take here. Hoping for a reward that could be behind door number 4.
No, this shit's going on.
Each on the mouth of the solo.
Eating healthy. Oh, I know, it's exciting, Haley, because after we eat, then you eat. And we've all eaten. That's like a refreshing dressing. So now we just left with like that's it? Like there's no
Well, you could go to the end and just tool on Ultimecia.
No, but like there's no like
That's fucking it.
there's no like
There's
you
no-
beat Omega Weapon.
That sucks. They should've said
Congratulations.
something.
Like
Yeah.
there's nothing here.
No.
They're just like,
I'm
alright, you're back in the
surprised
castle.
by that. They
You
should-
killed the final
You
monster
don't
in
get
the
a gold
dungeon.
chocobo or anything.
So if you want all of that to make sense and you want to hear the whole thing go down, head on over to patreon.com.
Yeah, patreon.com/nocat. The bonus season begins next week. Thank you all for listening, and goodbye for a while.
Unless you're on Patreon.
Unless you're on Patreon.